Bear down, Chicago! For the first time in almost 2 months, our Chicago Bears actually win a football game. They finally win a football game. The Chicago Bears beat the Houston Texans by a score of 36-7, brutally humiliate Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans at Soldier Field, and maybe save our season. What is up, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears post-game reaction videos. I hope all of you are doing well, enjoying this dub. This video is going to be super short, so I apologize for that, but I have finals to study for and a lot of other stuff to do in real life, so I cannot spend a lot of time talking about this game, but I hope you guys still enjoy the video because for the first time since the end of October, I am reacting to a Bears victory. The Bears finally won a game. It feels so nice, okay? It feels so good, and I know a lot of you people in the comment section, you're going to say, oh, this victory is just going to ruin everything. Okay, we're ruining our draft position. The Bears can't even tank properly, and you guys are going to be pissed about this. But guys, I have news to break to you, okay? Tanking does not always work in the NFL, okay? A lot of top-tier quarterbacks in the game right now, like, you know, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, like, they were not selected by teams that tanked to get them. So I do get that you guys want a different quarterback next year. You want us to, you know, select a new quarterback, which we probably will, but we do not have to tank to get that quarterback. So I don't get why everybody is so mad about us winning this game. Enjoy this victory, enjoy this dub, because life is way too short to be upset about your football team winning a game. You should never be upset about your team winning, okay? And make no mistake about it, guys, if the Bears only won by 3 or 4 or 7 points, like, I would not be as excited as I am right now. But to win a game by almost 30 points, to completely dominate this game from beginning to end on special teams, on offense, and on defense, it gives me a little bit of hope still for the 2020 season. Because I know that last week I said after the Lions lost that this team has completely given up, that there's no hope left on the season's probably over. But to win a game in the manner in which we did, to have Mitchell Trubisky somehow outplay Deshaun Watson, if we can keep this up for the rest of the season, who is to say that we would not make the playoffs? Okay, obviously, I'm probably talking crazy talk right now. I'm probably overreacting super hard because one win is only one win. At the end of the day, this team still has a bunch of problems on it. But to win a game in the manner in which we did, it does make me at least a little bit excited. The Bears are slowly reeling me in one last time, okay? I'm gonna jump on the hype train for at least one more week because why not, guys? Okay, we're all diehard fans. We just want to see this team have success, and I'm never gonna root against a potential playoff run. Even if it does not happen, it's still fun to root for the possibility, okay? So as of right now, it's still very unlikely the Bears somehow sneak into the playoffs. We'd have to win out and get some help from the Arizona Cardinals, but as of now, we're only one game out of the last wildcard spot behind the Cardinals. So, like, anything could happen. Like, next week, if we beat the Vikings, if the Cardinals lose, we would technically be in the number 7 seed. So, again, I know that a lot of you guys do not want to make the playoffs because you think we're going to get absolutely destroyed in the first round. But as a diehard fan, I just cannot bring myself to root against this team. So, screw it, man. I'm on the hype train for at least one more week. Let's start talking about this game, though. And man, the Chicago Bears completely destroyed the Houston Texans from beginning to end, okay? It was not close in any aspect of the game. I mean, we forced a turnover on special teams. We had Cairo Santos being a beast as usual, nailing 2 field goals in the second half. We had on offense, Mitchell Trubisky having one of the best days of his entire career, outplaying Deshaun Watson somehow. We had our defense, you know, sacking Deshaun Watson 5+ times, getting pressure in his face constantly, you know, only allowing him to score 7 points. In all 3 phases of this game, the Chicago Bears were by far the better football team, which I have not seen from this team since probably 2018. Ever since 2018, we have not truly dominated another football team like we did today. So it was so fun to get those same vibes again from 2 years ago, seeing, you know, our defense out there celebrating, seeing our offense out there flexing, Mitchell Trubisky having so much fun. It was so fun to see because I was hoping to see that this entire season. It came super late. It came in week 14. Maybe it is too little too late, but maybe it is also a performance that we can build on for the next 3 games. Let me start talking about the offense first of all. And man, to put up 36 points against another NFL team, I don't care how bad their defense is, that is impressive for a team like the Chicago Bears, which has struggled so much to put up any points this entire season. Okay, back with Nick Foles, like, we're still struggling to put up points against bad defenses like the Minnesota Vikings, like the Tennessee Titans, but now we are putting up a lot more points. So I do have to say major props to quarterback Mitch Trubisky, because our offense does look a lot better with him than it ever did look with Nick Foles. So now you can totally question if Matt Nagy should have ever benched Mitch Trubisky in the first place, because guys, our offense does look better with Mitch. Okay, today we had Mitch on the run, we had rollouts, we had bootlegs, we kept Mitch Trubisky under center. I mean, we used a lot of the plays that Trubisky historically has succeeded with. I don't know why we didn't do this entire season from the very beginning, or even in 2019. It makes no sense to me at all, but they finally figured out how to enable this guy to have at least some success, which he definitely did have. Okay, today Mitch Trubisky somehow outplayed Deshaun Watson, the quarterback that we passed up on, which absolutely nobody predicted that. Okay, if you found anybody in the media that thought that Mitch Trubisky was gonna outplay Deshaun Watson, there's a good chance that everybody was calling them crazy, because nobody thought this was going to happen. Okay, Mitch Trubisky passed for 267 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a passer rating of 126.7. Literally nobody thought that Mitch Trubisky was going to have a game like this. And I just have to say my hat goes off to Mitch Trubisky, because with how much hate this man has gone through in Chicago, with how practically everybody blamed, all the problems of this offense last year on him, with how Matt Nagy threw him under the bus, how the fan base booed him for the very beginning, he still kept on working as hard as he possibly could, kept his head down, kept a positive mindset, and tried to be the best quarterback he possibly could be. And today, to outplay the guy that, our franchise passed up on, the guy that everybody always compares him to, that has to feel good for Mitch Trubisky. Obviously, I know it's only one game, and obviously long-term, Deshaun Watson probably is going to be the more successful quarterback, and Mitch Trubisky is most likely not going to be here in Chicago next year. But whatever the case is, I mean, I'm happy for Mitch, and he's showing that he might have a future in this league if surrounded by, a good offensive line and also a better coaching staff. So props to Mitch Trubisky for somehow outplaying Deshaun Watson. I did not see that coming whatsoever. Okay, obviously his receivers did help him out a lot, because we had good blocking out there. We had good effort from all the guys. Okay, Allen Robinson, he had 123 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown. David Montgomery had 42 receiving yards. He was also key on the ground, obviously. Okay, he started the game with the 80-yard touchdown run, which, by the way, guys, I was going absolutely insane over. I was running all over my house, because that was the most exciting play I've seen in Chicago on offense in like a long time. So major props to Monty for finding the hole there, and also props to our interior blocking. Okay, Sam Mustipher, Alex Bars, they have been a lot better than any other guys we have had up front. So props to our O-line, props to Monty. Cole Kmet got involved as well, 41 receiving yards. Jimmy Graham, he had 20 receiving yards. Darnell Mooney got involved too with 20 yards. Anthony Miller has 16 yards. So overall, we spread the ball out to practically all the receivers that we had, which I love to see. Okay, that was what Matt Nagy's offense was supposed to be from the very beginning. It's coming way too late. It's coming in week 14, but at least we're seeing a glimpse of what it was supposed to be. So great from the passing attack. Obviously on the ground, we had 169 rushing yards as well. So clearly the ground game was working the entire afternoon, which I love to see as well, because that's something that was not working earlier. And today, Matt Nagy, even though he only gave 11 carries to David Montgomery, he finished with 113 rushing yards and 1 touchdown too, obviously. Okay, obviously that was aided by that 80-yard touchdown run. But guys, I'm telling you, Monty is going to be special for us in the future. No matter what quarterback we have, no matter what, new coaching staff we have, Montgomery is a guy that I want to keep here for long term. Talking about the Bears defense then, man, the Bears defense finally got back to normal. Okay, Chuck Pagano, for once in his life, he actually sent pressure in various times throughout the game, and it worked like it is supposed to work. Okay, I remember in the first half, we sent a blitz on 3rd down, and obviously Deshaun Watson got sacked, and that happened throughout the entirety of this game as well. Okay, we finished with 7 sacks on the day. That is absolutely ridiculous. We have not seen a 7-sack performance in a long time from this defense. So, Khalil Mack got in there with a safety. He also had a forced fumble. We had Mario Edwards with 2 sacks. We had Akeem Hicks. I think he had a sack, or maybe not, but he also had a stop, I remember, on Deshaun Watson where he pretty much brought him down to the ground, but somebody else finished the job. But overall, man, the Bears defense made life living hell on Deshaun Watson for an entire 60 minutes of football, which I love to see. That is how the Bears defense should be playing, okay? We hit Deshaun Watson way too many times. I mean, their O-line was playing pretty bad, but our pass rushers also were getting in his face constantly, okay? Beating their man and, you know, keeping Deshaun Watson in check. We also had Roquan Smith pretty much smash Watson in the nuts, which kept him out for like a play, okay? I think Adrian McCarron came in for a play because Roquan Smith hit him way too hard. So I feel bad for Watson, man. I mean, the Texans have not done a great job of providing him with a lot of talent, with a lot of protection up front, but I'm not going to have a lot of sympathy for the opposing quarterback after all the losing we have done this season. I thoroughly enjoyed every second of watching Deshaun Watson getting destroyed by our defense. He's still a great talent. He's still a great quarterback, but man, it was so nice seeing Mitchell Trubisky somehow outplay him today. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up my video. Again, I apologize, this video is super short. I want to talk about this game for like 20-30 minutes, but I just have so much other stuff to do. So I'll probably talk about this more in my, you know, community post, or maybe make another video tomorrow or some other day talking about this dominant victory. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down below in the comment section. Do you think the Bears can actually make the playoffs now? Do you think it is false hope? What do you think about this victory? Let me know down below. But as always, guys, bear down.